Rates are rising. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this big topic. A lot of people are losing their crap because rates have risen. But Anthony, you just told us in your previous coronavirus video that the rates are a historic all-time lows, and guys, they were. Didn't lie to you. I'm gonna explain right now why those rates are rising.
Every day I'm hustling.
So my name is Anthony Magana, real estate broker here in Bakersfield, California. I'm gonna go ahead and get into this topic. So why are rates rising? Like I mentioned before in my previous video, if you haven't watched it, I'll put a link in the description below. Basically explaining on what's going on with the rates. Obviously, like I said, coronavirus was affecting the stock market, still losing points as of today. We are on March 15th and we are still losing points, still going down. Basically, a lot of people took out money from the stock market, invested in the 10-year bond. Rates went low on 10-year bonds. So just watch the video, okay? You'll understand exactly what I'm about to get into right now. With that being said, rates, like I mentioned to you guys, this is a 1 month span here, okay? So in this 1 month span, you can see from February all the way to March, you're gonna go ahead and see this regular steady line and then boom. Okay, this is between somewhere along the lines of March 2nd to March 9th. Rates dropped, okay? Just like I had mentioned to you guys, check the dates on the video, you guys will be able to tell. But why is it that we see this increase? You guys are starting to see the rates rise again, right? Not necessarily a bad thing. It just means that the media lies to you, right? When the media tells you that the feds are cutting rates, that means that the interest rates are super low, they're gonna stay low. That's not necessarily true. Although they do have a certain impact on each other, that doesn't mean that they directly correlate with one another. And I'll explain what that means in a minute. So when rates rise, why are they rising? What's happening? I'm going to give you guys a couple of facts here. When the rates hit an all-time low, basically what happened is what? A lot of people saw the advantage. Just like I told you guys, rates were low. So when rates are low, naturally people are going to do what? Refinance. People started refinancing like crazy. People are still doing it now. You're probably in the process of refinancing. You're probably buying a brand new home, whatever the case may be. Refinancing went up. So Mortgage Bankers Association just reported that the refinancing volume just hit the highest it has ever been since 2009. Okay, after that crash, or a little bit after that crash, right? So what does that mean? People saw the rates were low, historically low, just like I mentioned. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you guys, supply and demand is always key. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do, what type of business you run. You can be selling strawberries on a corner of a street. Supply and demand is key. A lot of people, and you guys know this is going on right now, that coronavirus, a lot of people are losing their crap. And for whatever reason, people are out there buying toilet paper and a bunch of water. So what does that tell you? It's in huge demand, right? People are, I mean, dude, there's lines of this. There's people lining up at Costco at 7 in the morning. Walmart has empty shelves. So what does that tell you? Supply and demand. There's no more supply. So if you guys are buying a bunch of toilet paper, relax. You don't need it all. But again, supply and demand. So how does this relate to the mortgage side of things? A lot of people saw that the supply was great. Right? There was a huge demand in mortgage applications, huge demand in refinancing, huge demand in new buyer applications, people looking to buy a new property because the rates were at an all-time low. Lenders are capped at $2 trillion a year. With everything that's happening with those rates, an extra trillion just got added. They are not equipped for $3 trillion in loans a year, okay? Basically, they're understaffed. So what happened? Most of the banks raised the rates a little bit, and I believe that's a good thing. That kind of helps stimulate the wave of buyers coming in because rates are low. Definitely still low compared to the way they were last year. And I'll go ahead and post some stats on what we were at last year versus to what we are now, right? If you didn't jump on that train when it was there, it's gone. And it's leaving. And that doesn't mean it's bad. Rates are still good. We're talking about, and again, it all depends on credit score, a lot of factors. I can't tell you exactly what your rate is, but it's a very low rate and it's still great. I want to explain why those rates are rising. Why is it that they're going up? And this is why. people started refinancing. People started buying homes because the rates were super low. Lenders are capped at $2 trillion a year. They can only handle a certain capacity of loans. They are not equipped for handling that many loans. With the refinancing that's happened, I'm gonna give you guys another stat here. Mortgage refinance application spiked 79%. That's 479%, way more than last year. Now, if that makes sense, okay? Obviously, that's a big load for the lender. So if you're buying a home currently or you're refinancing and there's a little lack of communication, don't wonder why. There's a bunch of people that are buying a home just like you are, refinancing just like you are. Why? Because a lot of people did take advantage of those rates. Basically, you hear that rates are low. You got to know who you're hearing this stuff from. The media is not always correct when it comes to these type of things. You got to make sure you tap into a reliable source. You got to be very careful with where you're hearing this stuff from, because where you hear it matters, right? And by the way, I'm not bashing on our local lenders. You guys are awesome. Obviously, there's a lot of great lenders here in Bakersfield, California. Just kind of stating the statistic nationwide, lenders all around the US basically on what they're equipped to handle. And again, 2 trillion is normally the max. With everything that's been happening, an extra trillion has been added to the loans, and 3 trillion is a lot of money. So if your lenders are busy, and obviously they are busy, but if your lenders are probably not communicating as they normally would, that's probably because they're over-equipped, and that's where a good real estate team comes in. The team that you choose matters. Well, in this case, we have a team, so I'm very used to saying team because I got an awesome team with me. But again, the real estate professional you choose matters, okay? That's why lenders and realtors are partners. Remember that. They don't work for one another. Realtors and lenders are partners, okay? So if you got a good lender and you got a good realtor, you got a great team. Okay, so just like I told you guys, supply and demand will always be key. Find this stuff in my previous videos. I have a video specifically directing what happened when the rates were low. Now I'm letting you guys know why the rates are rising. And again, supply and demand. Lenders cannot handle all that incoming traffic. It's a lot of people. People are wanting to buy. People are wanting to refinance. Obviously, for obvious reasons. That train is basically gone, okay? Doesn't mean it's a bad time to buy. Rates are still low. Take advantage of this opportunity while you still can. You don't want to see that rate go any higher. So if you're thinking about buying a home, you gotta buy now. The time to buy was yesterday. You guys gotta remember that. And I mean this literally yesterday, okay? Make sure you talk to a lender, talk to your favorite realtor, which I hope you guys hit me up, and my team will hook you guys up. With that being said, guys, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I want to provide more content for you guys. I definitely want to be basically giving you guys value in return for watching me and spending your guys' time with me. I greatly appreciate you guys. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, comment, share it, do what you got to do. Until next time, much love. Bam.